Before we jump into today's video, be sure to head on over to rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of goodies, including butter toffee peanuts, lemon pepper beef jerky, and our brand new chicken and waffles popcorn. Mark Curry began his career as a stand-up comic in 1987. 2 years later, he was able to quit his day job and became a full-time comic. After being the opening act for stars like Damon Wayans and Whitney Houston, Mark caught the attention of Hollywood bigwigs. In 1992, he became the star of his own sitcom called Hangin With Mr. Cooper, which aired on ABC's Friday night TGIF lineup. He played the role of Mark Cooper, the 6'6" former basketball star turned high school teacher. The Oakland native told the LA Times that the first years were a learning experience because the producers didn't trust his style of comedy. He told the LA Times, "I am a comedian. I think I know what's funny, and the show's about me." He wanted to walk away from it all, but he stuck in there and hoped things would get better. They finally brought in some new producers who learned how to work with Mark to bring his ideas to life. His co-star Omar Gooding told Vlad TV that the show switched executive producers almost every single year, which is unheard of on a sitcom. Mark said that after they weeded out all the people that were causing issues, things got much better. The storylines and his overall attitude improved, and he described himself as being comfortable and happy. In 1994, he was named one of TV Guide's 10 best-loved stars on television. Mark also won over the show's crew by treating them as his equals and getting to know them all personally. He also didn't allow them to wait on him and would fetch his own coffee. After season 4, the network only allowed the show to film 13 episodes and relegated it to mid-season replacement status. When asked what he thought about ABC's decision, Mark told the LA Times, "I look at it as, okay, the network doesn't think I belong on network TV." After 5 seasons, the show was canceled in 1997 and went into syndication. Mark made a few appearances in films and TV shows like The Drew Carey Show and The Jamie Foxx Show, but he told Comedy Hype that it was his choice to leave TV behind and put the focus back on his stand-up career. Sadly, a tragic accident would change his life forever. In 2006, Mark was at home doing laundry when he didn't realize an aerosol can of starch had fallen behind a hot water heater. In an instant, the can exploded and severely burned his arms and upper body.
I remember that thing blew me back. I never told people, but it blew me back. My shoulder I was burnt, but I think I broke my shoulder. And I was like, damn, my shoulder hurt.
He was rushed to the hospital with third-degree burns covering his back, side, and arm, and he was clinging to life. According to MLive website, he spent several days in a medically induced coma. When he woke up, he couldn't walk for the first 2 weeks. But that wasn't the only battle he faced. He became severely depressed. He told Vlad TV that he even thought about ending his life. He said, "It took me so low into a black valley. People didn't know what was wrong with me." As he worked through the physical recovery process, many of his celebrity friends reached out to get him back on track mentally and cheer him up, including Bill Cosby, Damon Wayans, and Chris Tucker. He also found strength in reading his friend and fellow comedian Richard Pryor's autobiography, which we've linked for you in the description box. Mark said Richard's life story resonated with him since Richard also suffered burns on his body after setting himself on fire. You can learn more about that incident in our Richard and Pam Greer video, which we've linked for you down below. Mark took a couple of years off to fully recover before he returned to the big and small screens. He appeared on House of Pain, Armageddon, One Love, and Black Jesus, to name a few. For a full list of his projects, feel free to click the link in our description box. Many people think Mark has disappeared after over 30 years in the industry, but that's not the case. He just keeps a low profile, and because of that, he's able to fly under the radar. He was once interviewed on a Los Angeles news segment about gas prices, and the oblivious news reporter simply referred to him as an LA driver.
I don't look at gas prices because I think it's ridiculous. What can you do?
If you're like this LA driver, you have to fill up to get around.
He was also racially profiled at a Colorado Springs hotel, which resulted in the hotel employees getting suspended.
So a black man can't be... Yeah, I'm trying to pull a race car, boy. So
I've asked you very politely.
What'd you ask me, sir? I can't hear.
Are you a guest of the hotel?
I can't hear you. Say it again.
You heard me.
I couldn't hear you. My hard of hearing.
And then during a Southwest flight from Los Angeles to San Francisco, Mark put on his cape.
I woke up to a commotion, major commotion. I remember looking behind me, what, you know, and people were talking and screaming. They wasn't gonna restrain him. They was gonna, you know, take the plastic and restrain this guy and ask me did I want to help. And I was like, yeah, I'll go restrain anybody at 30,000 feet. It's on. If you're gonna try to do something to this plane, then, you know, we're gonna come at you, Oakland style.
When he's not fighting crime, he's beefing with Steve Harvey. The fellow comedians have a contentious relationship that dates back several years. During his December 2019 appearance on Fox Soul's The Mike and Donnie Show, Mark attributed their issues to Steve stealing his jokes.
Somebody called me and said, man, homeboy doing your material. So he did my whole Halloween run. And so my thing is, you don't have to do that, homeboy. Right. So, you know, you made enough money. You know, wow. You made enough money, you did enough. You know, what? Why are you on my material? Right.
The Hollywood Fix caught up with Steve in January 2020 and asked what he had to say about Mark's allegations. Steve denied he stole any of Mark's jokes, and he added, Mark Curry need to grow up, get a life, get a career, do something, man. When asked if he would participate in an on-stage truce, Steve said it wasn't necessary because he had no idea what Mark was even talking about. Welp, Mark hopped on his Instagram and provided receipts. Here's Mark's joke.
Halloween was a trip. Halloween, we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were. I don't know what we are. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
And here's Steve's joke.
Every Halloween, I had the same outfit on. I just had a brown box. I wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. It was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Welp, there you have it. These days, the father of two continues to share his humor on social media, and he still performs stand-up comedy. While he hopes to be the leading man in a comedy film one day, being on the stage is his happy place. He told 50bold.com, my comedy legacy was the gift I was given. Other people can do serious, but let me be funny. If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below, and thanks for watching RRG.